was my turn. Hit me with it again. Live from the ADGC studio. Dudes. I'm a dude, baby. You know? Still got that hair rocking there. Vibing. Yeah. Straight vibing. Instrumental shit.
Yeah, it's awesome. Just click on Eat Real Easy. Most of it's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Sounds like he likes to have a damn good time.
I think he does like to have a damn good time. See, he just started a podcast. 99 Stories, and this is one.
Nice.
And he does it with some of his old bandmates because he's played in a few different bands and shit. I think the main one is they're called Imaginary Cookies from one of his older bands, and those guys sit around and talk about some of the horrors of doing live shows and performing in front of people. And they actually, the one episode, they had some good T County stories because they played at Brew House and shit.
Oh boy.
So they had some good stories of or one good story of some dude sitting out on the bench all passed out, shitting his pants and stuff. So I was like, hey man, I can relate to that because I know exactly where you're talking about.
Yeah.
Shit. So
Just the bar scene alone, I feel like if you're in those enough times and you're there for closing, you see a lot of stuff when you're probably sober and most people are not.
right. Right. So yeah, check out 99 Stories, and this is one. They got some good stuff. I think they're up to like 4 episodes or something now, so it's still brand new. So
Cool.
catch it on the startup. You can say you can listen to it before it was cool.
Yeah.
You know,
Just like us.
yeah, one of those type of things. I don't know. We're pretty fucking cool, man. We're on 101 now.
Yeah. It's a lot of episodes.
Yeah. Now that we got 100 done, I feel like we're there. We made it.
We're cruising.
We just coast now. We don't even have to do anything. We just sit there and fucking just let that money and the viewers come in.
Yeah, I don't know if it works that way.
We still gotta try.
And everybody be doing it. Like, yeah, this is easy.
Right.
Wait till we get that first $1.
Oh yeah, that'll be dope.
Get it framed.
Yeah, the first $1.
I don't know if it would be a check or $1. I don't know how that works, but you know.
It'll be a direct deposit or something. Yeah. But we'll deposit it or not deposit it. We'll withdraw it.
Get that ad revenue and get that ad swag. You know.
Yeah.
Send us some razors or some, keeps men.
Yep.
For our hair would be awesome.
The hair ones, yeah, for sure.
We'd be great with that one.
Like, look at my bald spot going away.
Yeah, come on
now.
come on, keeps.
Give us a sponsorship. So yeah, dude, what's going on with you this week?
This week, just I had the house to myself.
Oh, cool.
Well, from the last time I recorded,
Yeah.
the wife and kids went up to Michigan, so I've been chilling. Busy week though. I've had to help my mom some more moving and stuff.
Yeah.
Just a lot of things going on. You feel like you get a free week, and then it's like everybody wants to hang out and do stuff and
Right.
and all that. But I think I feel like yesterday was the first day where it's like I was sitting at the house doing laundry and stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I miss everybody. Get home.
I need my kids here.
Yeah, but yeah. So I don't know. Not a whole lot from last week. Really, anything major happening that
Nothing
I could
too
think
crazy.
of? No.
Just basking in the glory of 100.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anything fun with you?
No, it's been a pretty fucking brutal week, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, it started right after we recorded the last episode. The youngest kid got that stomach bug that's been going around.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And then, lo and behold, everybody in the house got the stomach bug that's been going around. So we were all sick up till like Wednesday, Thursday-ish. I had to go travel with some problems, with some issues, bathroom issues, so that's always fun. Trying to not shit your pants, working at a customer location on their machinery and stuff, and trying to just not poop.
Yeah.
So that was pretty brutal. But and then we had a little bit of an incident yesterday. We went to the optometrist to check and see if the family needed glasses, which is the very first time I've ever been to an eye doctor. I've always had pretty good vision, just like from normal checkups and stuff. They're like, yeah, man, you don't need glasses. But this is the first time they actually put the machine on my face and like measured the things and stuff, and I still got great vision. So I'm still, pushing 40, still don't need glasses and shit.
I do, but
Yeah.
I still haven't gone made that appointment yet.
Right.
10 years later.
Yeah, I mean, get it done. You got insurance, right?
Yeah.
Your fucking insurance take care of all that.
I mean, I can see up close fine. It's just,
And
far distances.
And to be honest with you, when I went in and was looking at some of the frames, Kaufman Optical there in Philly, shout out to them. They've got some Gucci frames in there and shit. They've got some, what is it? I think it's Tom Ford. Those are a big name, and Ray-Bans and stuff. That's some good looking frames. Like, man, I wanted to accessorize, but insurance won't cover it if you don't need a prescription. So I didn't get any cool frames.
So insurance will cover the Gucci frames.
Yeah. They'll cover a portion of it at least. You won't pay full price for them.
Right.
So, because even the one dude I work with said he needs glasses, and he got like 3 pair of Ray-Bans, and with the eye exam and everything, it was only $150. So, like, fuck, dude, that's better than $150 per frame that you usually have to pay if you have the insurance.
Right.
Fucking
Might
do
as
it
well.
up.
Yeah.
Shoot. But so then we found out that our youngest needs glasses, which we thought he was fine. Oldest kid that we thought needed the glasses, turns out his eyeballs are fine, but there's something fucked up between like where his eye talks to the brain,
Yeah.
And with his history of epilepsy and shit, we called the neurologist and they kind of freaked out a little bit. Not really freaked out. They just wanted to be precautionary.
Yeah.
And thought maybe it was like sudden, or make sure he wasn't going blind in his eyes stuff. So we had to make a trip up to Akron Children's to get him checked out and stuff. And they're like, no, it's nothing, no pressing issue. But now we got to schedule him an appointment with an ophthalmologist, which is different than an optometrist. They're more of the eye specialist.
Okay.
And then figure out what's going on with his eyeballs. But like, I think their main concern was like, tumor,
brain swelling,
Something,
anything major that might.
something cutting off the optical nerve or some shit like that, which
That's scary.
yeah, that was so it was a little bit of a kind of scary moment, but he got checked out. Shout out to Akron Children's for getting us in there and out of there real quick, and they're always real nice and real cool and shit. So yep, it's just been a lot of health things this week.
Yeah, that's what's nice about having Akron Children's up there, because they're pretty much. I mean, I think people come from out of state to go to Akron Children's.
Right.
It's a pretty big deal. So
Right.
nice we have the ability to just drive there.
Yeah, it's very odd that Ohio, especially Northeast Ohio, seems to excel. It's a major hub for really good doctors and hospitals and shit. Like I know the Cleveland Clinic's world renowned for like their oncology department and stuff. Akron Children's is renowned for all their work with kids and stuff. Like it's nice being like that we're in that hub.
Right.
So it's like, oh shit, I got to see a specialist. You not have to fly out to the West Coast or anything like that to deal with that shit. Usually they're all right here. It's like cool.
It's a nice central area. You got all the states around that can
Yeah.
kind of just get there. So I kind of get it. But
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, so I was a little upset I didn't get any cool Gucci frames.
Can you be like, hey, can you say my eyes are bad? But we'll just put some like, I get some sunglasses or something.
yeah, like give me write up a fake prescription for me, and I'll pop in normal lenses, just blank lenses. But then I look like one of those weird, back whenever it was the cool hipster phase where you wore frames but without prescriptions in them just to look cool as an accessory. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm that cool or
Get some of those with the white light filters, the yellow light filter, whatever they're called.
oh yeah, blue light.
Blue light filters, yeah.
Yeah.
So be like, hey, I stare at a computer a lot, so
Right. And I mean, everybody looks at screens all the time. It's not supposed to be healthy for you or whatever. So I don't know.
rock them blue light filters.
Yeah. It's for my health.
Yeah.
Insurance pay for it,
I should probably wear some of those. As much video games and staring at a computer I do for my job, so
Right.
be good anyways.
Right. But speaking of the video games, we were talking earlier about we need to start doing some video game streaming on Twitch and maybe on the YouTube Live and stuff too.
Yeah.
Add some content to the channel. I don't know if that's anything that any listeners would be interested in doing, but I think we're going to end up doing it whether you're interested in it or not.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, me having 2 newer babies is a little tougher on the schedule. It might not be so much of a set schedule or anything, but just kind of random on and off. So,
Right.
but at least we'll have the VOD saved and all that, so people can always go back and just watch us play for a little bit or something.
Yeah.
If that tickles your fancy.
See if we're interesting enough to come off as awesome streamers
Yeah.
or whatever.
We're not pros, we're not good, but
Yeah.
good enough.
Well, and honestly, I feel like that might be somewhat of our draw is because I've seen some clips of people that are really good and I can't relate to it, so I'm just like, oh, fuck
Yeah.
off. Fuck. So you're the guy that I hate whenever I play when I'm just trying to fucking relax and blow off some steam from the day, and I just keep getting my ass kicked. You're that guy I hate. So at least I can put a face to the fucking person that I don't like right now. Whereas like with us, or at least with me gaming, I'll be sitting there dying everywhere and saying some funny stuff, and you'll be like, hey, I can relate to that guy. I'm gonna watch him. So maybe I get a fan viewing because of that.
Yeah.
Just because I suck.
I do all right. I can get some wins on. Well, I mainly play a lot of battle royale games, and I can get some wins. But
Yeah.
nothing like these guys. Some of these pros and stuff.
I've only ever had one battle royale win on Modern Warfare on the Warzone. I couldn't think
Gotcha.
of Warzone. Only ever one.
Just one.
Just one win. That's it. I'm not good. So
I got a few. I
Yeah.
got a few.
that's cool.
Just on the new one.
Dude, I will say though, for anybody that plays video games, you get this. Anybody that doesn't, like, you should try this out. Get that win. That adrenaline rush is something the fuck
Oh,
else,
yeah.
though, dude. Like, my heart was racing. I remember, like, the wife just made dinner and the kids were sitting down to eat, and I was like, and she's like, "Hey, dinner's ready." I'm like, "Not right now. Not right now. I'm in top 5. I'm in the top 5." And then, so the kids come in and they're watching. And I'm sitting there like, we got down to the last person and fucking turned the quarter perfectly right there. And we squared off, but I jumped. I had him on the jump and fucking killed him and won. And everybody was cheering for me. The kids were going nuts. I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" It was.
Yeah, it's I know even when the new Warzone come out, for some reason, like I could get in those situations a
Yeah.
lot in those top 10, top 5s and stuff like that. In the old one, but now when it was a new game and I'm in that situation, I'm like really like, oh god, yeah, sweating again. Like this, I'm like, oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
Because after you like I play a lot of Apex Legends, but in that one, I can get wins pretty easy.
Right.
I don't get that as much of a rush unless it's like a crazy end game, but I
Right.
don't get as much of a rush as like I used to.
Yeah. But still, like, I feel like that would be a high you keep chasing until it kind of wears off type thing. But
Yeah, exactly. It's that little dopamine effect,
Yeah,
You gotta get that dopamine.
for doing something that doesn't even fucking matter.
Get my rank up.
Yeah. I got props. I'm number 1 out of 100 people. I'm the best.
Oh, that'd be real fun to do too. Is if we stream that, like me try to coach you through like Apex or something. Like,
Right.
You get on a brand new game
Yeah.
and
yeah.
try and see if we can get you up there.
Well, it's always too on Apex. I feel like there's more like the extra health packs and like other this. Like, no, you gotta collect. No, Steve, why isn't your health up? Or
Oh, you'll be terrible at looting. Terrible. You'll
Yeah.
be so slow.
well, I am. That's the other thing. Even with on Warzone and shit, when it comes to looting, I'm super slow at it. And then I get in the habit of like, well, I got a gun, and I got 2 weapons. I'm armored up. Like, I don't even care to really look at a lot of other stuff anymore. So then,
Yeah.
even though there could be a better weapon or some shit, so then I just hide.
And I'm halfway to the stronghold. Like, we gotta go load out. Come on, let's go.
We gotta move. We gotta go here. We gotta go there. I'm like, I don't want to. I'm scared. I'm safe here. Just let me stay here.
I'm there to protect you.
Yeah. Help me. I'm scared.
And they got the new DMZ mode, and that's fun too. I think
Yeah.
a lot of people enjoy that too because it's a little more slow paced. You got the AI.
Right.
I know I've been in there with you before. A lot of
it's
the
a
other
little
teams will just join up and help each other out.
Right. And a little more mission based too and shit
Yeah.
like that. So,
A lot of stuff to do. We like Diablo. A new one's coming out on that, so
Yeah.
that'll be fun. So yeah, we'll just throw some content out there. If there's anything you want to see, or
just more content.
we can even just play random games. So.
That's what it's all about. It's more content.
Yeah, we can even get a Jackbox party going sometime
Oh,
too.
fuck yeah.
with
dude.
everybody. So that'll be
I
fun.
love Jackbox.
Be a lot of fun. The delays make it a little tough, but we can work it
Yeah.
out.
I even just downloaded the old school Command and Conquer on Xbox.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I haven't played it yet, but I downloaded it like last week with all intentions of playing it, and then just got busy. But like, I was like, oh fuck, dude, I wonder, maybe not even. It might not be that good of a thing to stream for people to watch that don't give a shit. But it's like, fuck, I haven't played Command and Conquer in forever. I used to put hours into that game.
Yeah,
That one was always fun to do, but
definitely. all the different games we played back in the day on computer. You know, you had Diablo, Sims, like,
Right.
but like even going back to PlayStations when, you know, a lot of that Command and Conquer we used to link together
Right.
and be able to play multiplayer that way, and that was like the first time ever landing,
Yeah,
and that was fun.
Yeah. Oh, that fun shit.
Yeah, the LAN parties, miss those.
Yeah.
Those were always fun.
Yeah, I mean, there is still something nicer about not having to leave your room and still being able to hang out
Yeah.
with your boys. But
It was a lot more convenient.
yeah,
You don't have to drag an old tube TV,
right,
power cords, Ethernet cords, like the whole setup. But it was always a lot of fun.
right.
So. But yeah, look forward to that. So
Yeah,
check us out.
check us out. And then we are going to keep, obviously keep doing the live feeds
Mm-hmm.
of our shows. Just keep giving a new avenue for other people to want to watch and stuff. So
Yeah,
always check us out every week to keep seeing this.
our beautiful mugs.
Our super cool faces. But what else is going on?
Well, apparently craziness everywhere. You
Yeah.
know, I know we touched on it last time, but you know, the trains and the
Right.
factories catching on fire and stuff.
Still a bunch of pollution, seeing weird rainbow colors in the water and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, but
Yeah.
you know, we're close enough to it. It's not that far of a drive, but I mean, I haven't noticed any acid rain or anything.
Yeah, no, I haven't noticed anything. Well, luckily the winds move northeast from us, so
Get them out of state.
and we're southwest from that disaster, so we're good.
Yeah.
Not our problem. It's not my problem. So that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we want to talk news and politics, but it just seems like everything's just going crazy right now.
Yeah, it's definitely forefront in all the interwebs and everything you see, and on Facebook, everybody talking about it and shit.
Yeah.
So not a lot of cool things going on. Oh, dude, one thing that's a damn good time.
Oh, okay.
In like 2 weeks, we're setting the clocks forward.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah.
spring's
Yes.
right around the fucking corner.
And it's
dude.
the last time that time will change anymore.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because that's what I was wondering. I think I looked in it, and so when we spring ahead, we're in the daylight savings time. We're in the change. So right now is the normal time that we're supposed to be. So I figured with them getting rid of daylight saving time, are we just going to go stick with this normal time? Or are they going to spring it forward, keep it forward, stay forward?
Oh, man.
Or is this the last time we're doing it? When we switch back, when we fall back, is then that going to be that's where we're set in stone? Because I may be wrong, but I do believe, because it was done to give extra daylight during the farming time, which that's, the summer months. So the whole spring forward thing is the time that it's not technically supposed to be.
Gotcha.
So if they set it back and it stays back, I don't want that. I want to set it forward and have it stay forward forever.
This was back March 5th, 2020. The U.S. Senate on Tuesday passed legislation that would make daylight savings time permanent.
Oh, permanently make the
starting in
daylight
2023, ending the twice annual that.
Yeah, and who knows? They might change it back and shit. But if it gets set forward and just stays there, that'd be really cool, Congress. Let's go, government. Do something. Give something to the people.
I don't know if it's happened, like officially passed yet, though.
Let's go, Uncle Joe. Give something the people want.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look at it. I don't want to read too much into it, but
Yeah, and like I feel like every time I look it up, there's something different. Like, oh, it passed this, but now it passed over there. Oh, now they added this to it, or some bullshit. So we'll see whenever it finally happens. But
yeah, 'cause some states already do, I think.
I don't know how that works, because you'd have to have two different times and time zones and shit. But
'Cause there's a bunch of states that are trying to do it, but I don't know.
But really, main part is that spring's coming.
Yes.
We're getting out of the fucking winter.
Yeah.
We're right around the corner now, baby.
Give me more daylight.
Yep. Getting the
Yeah.
spring in, getting that summer feels, the sunshine.
I don't care if the mornings are darker
Yeah.
for an hour.
I got stopped at Marshall's today. This is a new shirt, by the way.
Nice.
I've stopped at Marshall's because I've lost the weight, and now I need some new shirts that fit me. So I got me a whole bunch of new shirts. There was some bangers at Marshall's right now. They must have just swapped some stuff out.
Yeah.
I got like
Check it out.
Yeah, like 16 new shirts, dude. Couple
Marshall's is
little
always great.
polos.
Mm-hmm.
Wearing the Tommy Hilfiger V-neck now. $10, baby. 10 fucking bucks. Can't beat it.
Got that V-neck.
Yeah. You know, you got to
That's awesome.
show off a little chest hair there, a little gold chain.
Yeah.
You got to let people know what's up under that shirt. $10. You know, I love it.
Yeah. Sweet. You know, and it's a nice feeling when you know, get appropriate clothes that fit you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
You don't want to be wearing a bunch of tight clothes or baggy clothes or
Right.
whatever it might be. I mean, tighter clothes if you're ripped,
Right.
then yeah, let's wear some tighter clothes. But if you know,
Show off the muskies.
yeah, my physique, I want it nice, a little baggy, you know, not too baggy.
Yeah.
Got hard to get.
What you looking at my gut for?
But yeah, it's always a nice feeling.
Yeah, I need to get that boat ready now. I'm itching for that shit too.
Yeah, yeah.
Get it all cleaned up. I need to buy a trailer. I want to get a trailer so I can get it to my house and get it all cleaned up, ready to go. We were talking about getting a power supply on that. It gets you some podcasts from the boat, baby.
Yeah, give it a shot at least a couple of times. You know?
Yeah, try representing out at the Boaters Beach. So if you frequent Boaters Beach and you see the Olive Garden, that's the name of my boat. You see the Olive Garden out there with us and the cameras set up. Come say hi and shit, you know.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
But yeah, and I don't know if anybody knows this, but it's the Olive Garden because when you're here, you're family. So, handing out breadsticks and shit.
Unlimited breadsticks.
I thought that was a fun name. I don't know if we ever actually settled on that, but I feel like I'm setting it, stamping it. It's in stone now.
You just did it.
The Olive
I
Garden.
mean, it's being recorded. So.
You're right. It's on
You're
the
done.
internet. It's on the internet now, so it's official.
Yeah.
So
I always wanted to do implications off Always Sunny, but
right,
never got the sticker made, you know.
right.
And now it's probably not as appropriate with two children.
So actually, because you just got a new boat,
Right.
you sold the one you had.
Mhm.
You upgraded to a bigger boat now. So is it implications 2, or how does that work? Or do you have to because I know it's bad luck to not name a boat, but is it bad luck to roll over names or
No, I think you do too. 'Cause
Okay.
It's like maybe you had your first vessel for a long time
right?
and it just got old and fell apart. And you're
Yeah.
like, well, we'll just retire her and we'll get a new one.
Yeah, because I know I've seen that before. I just didn't know maybe what's your thoughts? Since you thought like, oh, maybe the implications might be inappropriate because I don't have a family man, I have kids and shit. And if you know the episode, then you know why it might be a little inappropriate and shit. But
It's just funny. It's not like it's anything weird, but it's funny.
yeah, no. So the if you haven't seen that episode, the joke is they get a boat and Dennis thinks that he's going to be able to bang chicks on it a lot because when they're out in the open water, there's nowhere for them to go. So it'll be the implications of danger that will allow him to have sex with these women. So that's where the joke comes from.
Yeah, I think it's
So
Mac
that-
and Charlie's like, you talking about raping them? And he's like, no.
Rape. It won't be rape because they will just give into it because of the implications.
Yeah. So it's just a funny, Always Sunny episode.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, it is is on the little touchy side, I guess. But
Yeah. So then if you do decide to change implications, do you have any ideas for a different boat name?
it's a good question. Not really. I
No.
probably had to think about that one a little bit more.
Nothing off the top of the head.
Nothing off the top of the head, you know. Maybe just call it ADGT.
Yeah. The damn good
A
time.
damn
pontoon.
good time pontoon, you know. ADGTP
There you go.
-P. So
Stick with the branding, you
stick
know.
with the branding. Just roll it.
Just put that brand out there.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
We get big enough, we just start slapping that brand name on everything.
Well, yeah, we definitely got some big stickers.
The
and stuff to throw
ADGT
on our
Bar and
boats.
Grill. The
Yeah.
ADGT Pontoon. It's merchandising like a fucking Spaceballs. The ADGT lunchbox.
Heck yeah.
Just fucking slap it on everything.
Just slap it on there and throw it out in the world.
Yeah.
See what happens. Put stickers on mailboxes and
Yep.
on people's cars, magnets on cars and stuff.
ADGT worldwide.
Worldwide domination.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Can we take a little 5 minutes real quick?
Yep. We can do that.
Guys, we'll be right back.
And we're back.
In my back.
Nice little break there.
Just double checked. Arizona's the only one that doesn't have a daylight savings time.
Oh, that's neat.
But I didn't see. I don't think the bill's been passed yet for
For everybody else.
ending it. Yeah. So-
Right. Yeah, I mean,
And it makes sense for them because of how hot it is there.
it's just always daylight there. They don't need to save any of it.
Yeah, they don't need to save that daylight. I think it's to do with the heat and stuff.
Right. Yeah, I know whenever we work out there, whenever I was in Phoenix, all the labs start at like 6 a.m. So they go from 6 to 2 is their normal working schedule because by 2 o'clock it gets unbearable. Even the air
Yeah.
conditioner can't keep up in the places and stuff. So they try to get in and get all the work done and get out of
Get out
there
of there
before
before
they're
they start
dying
melting.
at work. So
Melting.
so yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So you want to do an old throwback to a top 5 pick draft?
Got a little throwback. For those that have watched the show from the beginning, we used to do some little top 5 lists where we'd pick a topic and we'd go back and forth and name our top 5. But it works more like a draft style. So like we can't both pick the same thing. So we
Right.
are kind of competing against building the best top 5, but there's no repeats.
No repeats.
No repeats. And we decided what we were going to go top 5 favorite kinds of cookies.
Cookies.
Are we talking
Cookie
brands or just flavors or both?
I guess.
I'll just throw out because depending on how we start, chocolate chip's going to be there somewhere, right?
Right.
But now, are we saying like, oh, you said chocolate chip homemade, but I like chocolate chip Chips Ahoy or something like, or can you say, well, Chips Ahoy are good, but I like this brand of chocolate, you know?
I think if you kind of nail the cat, that's tough because there's different flavors and different kinds of cookies. that-
Right.
We'll play that by ear. We'll play
Okay.
that by ear. We'll just, I think if you take chocolate chip, that like covers chocolate chip. you
Right.
know? It's just blankets.
And then,
chocolate
and
chip
then we
situation.
can go further and be like, you know what? Yeah, chocolate chips on my list, but I really like the chewy. Or like, oh, you know what? I like a crispy. You know, so we can
Yeah.
just elaborate from there.
Yeah.
But once chocolate chips been chosen, that's yours, not mine, or vice versa.
Normally we had this all planned out ahead of time. We're doing it live now because my wife really wanted us to do a top 5.
Off
so
the cuff.
shout out Steph.
We're going off the cuff.
We're going off the cuff on this one. She recommended cookies, Ocean Battle, or I forget what the third one was, but
Disney characters to do a
character,
podcast
yeah,
with.
yeah, which I thought would be fun too. But
I feel like that one would be fun, but I feel like we'd need to do a little more research with that.
yeah, I need a little
Yeah.
diving into Disney characters. I mean, I can think of some, but that'd be fun. But yeah,
Right.
for sure, it'd be better to have a little planning on that one.
Right.
So,
And
and you know,
I fucking know cookies. I don't need to do no research for cookies, you know?
and you know what, you go ahead and start first.
Oh, I get to go first, huh?
I'll give you the. Are we going to do? Do we want to do it like a draft system, or just want to go back and forth? Let's just go back and forth. It's fine.
Okay. So, well, fuck, man. For my number one,
I got get deep here.
for my number one, I'm gonna go ahead and just throw out that chocolate chip.
I'm gonna nail it down.
Yeah, that's always been one of my favorites. Definitely every time, whenever like the Christmas cookies get made, I'm always eating more of those than anything else.
Sure.
I mean, even when you buy them, you got the Chips Ahoy Chewies are fucking bomb.
Yeah.
You know, those are dope. My mom's got a great recipe for the homemade ones, you know, and that's, you know, you're partial to that because that's what you're born and raised with and shit. So hers are always good. Not a huge fan of when you put the nuts in them.
Okay.
I'll still eat them with, like, because I know a lot of times the homemade ones, you put a little walnut in there or some shit.
Sure.
Not, I like them. I like just a regular straight up Choco chip.
Gotcha. And you know, it's one of those classic, right?
Right.
Maybe sugar cookie might be a little more classic than it, but I'd say it's the classic, iconic, you know, chocolate chip cookie. It's the most
Right.
famous. It's also turned into cereals and ice cream bars, and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it's chocolate chip flavors just everywhere. So
I mean, they made it an actual cereal, the Chips Ahoy, or no, Cookie Crisp.
Cookie
That's
Crisp.
what it is.
Cookie Crisp.
Cookie Crisp is little chocolate chip cookies and shit. So,
Yeah, for
so,
sure.
Yeah, I feel like that's solid number one.
And this is going to be a little because it just happened recently. Oreo.
Okay.
I love Oreos anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Cookies and cream Oreos.
Where they put more
They put more Oreo inside the
in
cream.
the filling.
They are phenomenal. Probably best Oreo I've ever had.
I don't think I've tried those yet.
Get you one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I don't know if I'm taking Oreo as my number one or just
I feel like you encapsulated all of them.
yeah. So just Oreos in general. There's something about getting a big old sleeve of Oreos and dipping them in milk and going to town on them. That's amazing. But yeah, these cookies and cream ones, I think they're newer as far as I know.
Yeah.
I had them over at the Wheelers. They had some, and then the other day I saw them in a gas station. I was tempted to buy them. Like, no, if I buy that, I'm gonna take it home, and there's nobody home right now. I'm gonna smash that whole bag in one night. And I'm like, not doing it, not do it.
The
So
whole thing.
resisted temptation,
Right.
but I wanted to just take that home and make sweet love to those Oreos.
Just murder it. Yeah.
Real weird with them orange.
Get real weird with it. Yeah, dude, Oreos are always a definitely, like you said, a classic. Now, do you prefer the normal amount of stuffing, or do you like
Double stuff.
double stuff? Yeah, I feel like double stuff's where it's at. Were you ever pull them apart and eat the filling first?
I do that kind of for
Yeah.
fun because sometimes you just want to eat that filling straight up, but then most of the time I'm whole cookie dipping in milk.
Yeah,
Whole cookie dipping in milk's the way to go.
yeah, that's where I find myself going more often. But obviously, like as a kid, it was more about the filling.
Right.
So I'd break them apart, and then I'd make my own like double stuff or like quadruple stuff and shit. You know, like
Yeah.
I'd scrape it out and stack it a bunch, and then you get the cookie looks like 6 inches tall, and you're trying to eat it in one bite. But yeah, and you ever see the trick where you stab a fork through the filling, and then you can dip it in all the way down in the milk, get it fully saturated without getting milk all over your fingies and stuff.
Gotcha.
You know, like the best way, for me at least, the best way to do it is you got to hold that cookies like you're drowning it. You're
Right.
trying to kill it.
Right.
You want to hold it under that milk till the bubbles stop. You know, you want to make sure.
Fingertips are just touching the milk.
Yeah. It's got to be in there till the bubbles stop. You want to make sure that fucker's dead,
Yeah.
right? And then eat it. So like that's a hack that I saw. You just stab your fork through it, dunk in it, and then you don't get your fingers all moist.
Smart. Look at you coming
Right,
with those
right.
hacks.
Yeah, it's dope. So
I would always forget to do that. Though.
Yeah.
Maybe next time. I'll
Right.
remember that. But I'll give me a fork and then I can smash this bag even faster.
yeah. Maybe get 2 forks. You have one loaded up while one already submerged while you're eating the other one. You just
And then just like cereal, that milk is so much more delicious
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Once you finish off those Oreos and then drink that milk.
yeah. I want some fucking cookies right now. Dude. Yeah, I'm still doing the low carb shit, which
Yeah.
sucks. But
How's the milk affect you know?
I get the lactose free.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go with the lactose free milk. It's not. I feel like it's a good substitute. It's not the same, but
Yeah.
it's better than dying. So, you know? Not literally
Better
dying.
than having the bubble
It's
guts.
better than feeling like shit. But yeah, Oreos are dope. Dope
All right,
choice.
so that's my number one. What you got for your number two?
Number 2, I'd have to go with. You get them. I don't think I've ever seen like a good like store bought one, but a peanut butter cookie.
Okay, sure.
You get that, and then I feel like they always have like the fork press on them, a little crosshatch
yeah.
shape on them. I made some this year for Christmas that were like super chewy and delicious. Like probably the best chocolate chip cookie I've ever had, or not chocolate, but best peanut butter cookie I've ever had. And then I like to take. Yeah, you see them all the time at Christmas too. You take the little Hershey's Kiss and put it in the center. I put Reese's Peanut Butter Cup minis in there, put it in the center, so you had a double peanut butter attack. And that's the. I mean, those once again, those are great with milk. And I love peanut butter, so
Yeah, I mean, another classic I find like Christmas,
Yeah.
any event, easy cookie to make,
right.
not too hard, and it's one that I think a lot of people enjoy because who doesn't like peanut butter,
Right.
if this was a candy, I'd be like, give me some Reese's Cups. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Somebody just random Rick review said peanut butter cup in the peanut butter cookie.
Yeah,
Boom.
dude.
Nail it out there.
Fuck
Nail it
yeah,
out.
dude.
That's a solid number 2. I mean, you're killing it already. Chocolate
Yeah.
chip and peanut butter cookies and sitting over here with Oreos. So
Yeah.
I got to come hard for.
Well, and real quick too, another fan commented, my lovely wife Sarah. She says the pecan sandies, which
Pecan
it's
sandies.
probably going to come up on one of our lists here soon. But just I almost forgot about that one, honestly. So that was a good shout out there. We'll see where that lands on the top fives.
All right, so for my number 2, this is kind of close to yours, but it's a little bit different. I was going to go with the Girl Scout cookie.
Okay.
They're actually, I'll change that. My number 2 is the Girl Scout cookies, the Samoas.
The Samoas are dope.
I love the Samoas.
That's
Those are so good.
That's the caramel, the crunchy cookie, and the coconut. Yeah, dude.
the Samoas.
Fuck yeah,
oh
dude.
yeah. I can
Those
smash
are
a box
so
of
good.
those too. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's different. It's a little bit different. Like, I think my list is probably going to be a little bit different. You get the straight 2 basics, and I'm going off track here, but
Yeah.
I think you either love them or you hate them.
Right.
If you
yeah.
don't like coconut, maybe you avoid the Samoas. But I think most people are like,
Yeah, those
down on 'em.
those are though, like you said, more of the love-hate thing, solely based on the coconut factor,
Right.
Because coconut is one of those love or hate type things.
Right.
And personally, I fucking love coconut.
yeah, not much I don't like to eat. So.
But yeah, Samoas are dope, dude.
Yeah,
They're
for sure.
so dope. Love a Samoa.
All right, you want to go ahead with your number 3?
On the line of Girl Scout cookies, I'm glad because I keep forgetting about things. But since we're on the map of Girl Scout cookies, I got to get that Thin Mint in there on my list.
The Thin Mint. Okay.
Thin Mints are dope. They're real good straight from the box. That's another one that's in the whole sleeve, and I feel like once you open the sleeve, you got to eat the whole thing.
Right.
Slap in the freezer. You ever had them frozen?
Yeah.
So good, so good. They're a little bit different with the milk thing though. I did find a hack on those though as well.
All right. What's the
Since
Thin
they're-
Mint hack?
Since they're coated in the chocolate, the chocolate creates a barrier that doesn't allow the milk to penetrate into the cookie center.
Right.
So you got to get a little nibble on one end and a little nibble on the other end, opposite ends of it.
Gotcha.
Then dunk it in, and it creates a pathway for the bubbles to come out the top and the milk to absorb through the bottom. and it's worth it. It's a little more work.
Yeah.
You got to have a little more patience with it, but it's worth it because then you actually get the milk to permeate in there,
Right, okay.
into the cookie center and make it nice and mushy for you then too. So
I'm always weird with like mint or spearmint on like on cookies, I guess, because it's like,
Yeah.
and I mean, I know you don't get a lot of spearmint on cookies, but the mint and cookies is kind of like, I like it, but I don't like that much of it. So like,
Okay.
that's kind of, I feel like it's another love hate. I think most cookies are probably love hate when whenever you classify them.
Yeah.
But that's one that's like, yeah, I don't mind them, but I don't love them either.
Yeah, super.
Well, I
into
guess
the
I'm
mint
not a
thing.
love hate. That's sort of in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, but mint's not like one of your big favorite flavor profiles for sweets and shit. Then
Sweets or anything, you know.
yeah, so even like off topic, but mint chocolate chip ice cream probably isn't like anywhere on your list.
No.
No. See, I love mint chocolate chip ice cream. So mint and chocolate to me are really fucking awesome. So that's why Thin Mints are definitely on my list.
Gotcha. Okay, so that comes back to me now.
Yep.
All right, so I got the Oreo, the Samoa. I think I'm gonna go with the classic sugar cookie now.
Okay.
Let's just cover that board. Icing or non.
Right.
So it's one of the staples for Christmas.
Yeah.
Holiday season, anyways. Thanksgiving, whatever. Somebody's always making some Christmas cookies and throwing them out there. And
Yep.
sometimes they got a little bit of this or sprinkles or
That's definitely a good standard.
Yeah.
That's a good staple of cookies. So
Yeah, if you want peanut butter, throw a little peanut butter frosting on it. You
Yeah.
can make anything.
Yeah.
It's a blank canvas, and you can just create on it.
right.
So that's always a fun one.
Those are always cool too. To like, I don't know why, but I always seem to do it more with sugar cookies than I do any other. Is put a little scoop of ice cream in there,
Yeah.
or if you get some good soft serve, dip them in the soft serve and shit.
Right.
So those are definitely sugar cookies a fucking huge one, dude.
Yeah, we had to have it on a list somewhere because it's just like the basic
Right.
cookie. That and chocolate chip. It's
Right.
like right there.
So where are we at? Is that number 3 for both of us?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
So we can get your number 4.
And number 4, I want to shout out to Random Rick Review. He says the guy in the blue eats way too many cookies, cuz what the hell? And I want to tell you there's no such thing as way too many cookies. No such thing. There's always the perfect amount, and that's a lot.
Yeah, and I don't eat cookies all the time,
Right.
but it's when you do, you smash them cookies.
Yeah, man. Fuck out of here for 2 cookies. Oh, yeah, I'll have a couple cookies. No, man. You gotta have I feel like 4 is the bare minimum to start.
Right.
You're like, if you're eating cookies, you gotta have 4, at least.
Yeah, I think 4 is a good solid number.
And then that's a starting point.
Yeah.
That's like 1 serving size.
Yeah.
So then number 4. Say I'm gonna have to go with the no bake.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Get the old no bake, the cocoa, the peanut butter, some oatmeal in there. I feel like that's the only cookie that really deserves the oatmeal. Like
Sure.
an oatmeal raisin, fuck off with that.
Yeah,
Not a big
get outta
fan of
here.
those. I mean, I'll still eat them. I'm not gonna not. But I feel like that's where the oatmeal belongs, is in the no bake cookie.
Right.
Nice and chewy. Those aren't really a dunkable. I don't have a hack for that.
You don't really need to dunk that cookie though.
No.
Because it didn't bake. It's not dry. There's no dryness to it.
Right.
They're typically a little more of
A little fudgier, a little moist.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you still got you get the milk to wash them down. You
Right.
know, get to clean the palate out and shit. But that no bake fucking hits different. It's so good.
It's kind of weird because it is classified as a cookie just because of the shape typically of it, but really it's missing a lot of ingredients that make a staple cookie essentially.
Yeah, I don't know if it technically classifies as a cookie per se, but it's in the name, so it's
We'll count it.
Yeah, I'm counting it. 'Cause technically, it's basically when you boil it down to brass tacks, it's like oatmeal fudge. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's all it really is. But we'll still call it a cookie.
Oh yeah. So that puts me on my number 4, and
Your number 4.
I'm starting to run blank quick here. I feel like we've hit a lot of good ones. Tell you what, I'll just go with Sarah's pecan sandies because they
Pecan
are
sandies.
good. They are good. Thanks for the help there, Sarah. For some reason, I'm starting to go blank on cookies. I'm sure there's 1,000 I'm missing that I know of, but yeah, pecan sandies. It's a good cookie.
I love a good pecan sandy for sure. That shortbread's good. Those are definitely a dunkable.
Yeah.
That good dry shortbread soaks up that milk, makes them delicious. Got that hit of pecan in there,
Yeah.
which I like. I don't know why I like saying pecan,
I know.
pecan, or
Pecan.
pecan. Get that pecan. But yeah, dude, those are legit.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. You want to finish us off with your 5? Well, I got one more too, but
Number 5 for me. Going with the Keebler Elves. They got that fudge stripe.
yeah.
They got that fudge stripe, dude. Those are always, once again, it's shortbread based with the chocolate with the fudge on it.
Sure.
A good dunkable. And then I even like the fact that they got that good solid chocolate layer on the bottom. So when you do dunk them in some ice cold milk, like because I love chocolate when it gets cold, it's got that
Right.
bite, that kind of like crisp to it. So you get the mush of the shortbread soaking up all the milk. The chocolate gets cold, get you a nice bite on there. Those are fucking really good dunkables.
Yeah, I feel like they're kind of close to the Samoa in a way,
Yeah,
but they're obviously different for
Right.
sure. But yeah, I feel like that's a classic growing up one too
Right.
that we always had as kids. I don't know if they were newer back then or what it was, but it just seemed like parents always bought it.
right. Yeah. Grandma always had those in the cupboard, along with the chocolate sandwich creams and then the vanilla sandwich. So like the off-brand like Oreo, but they also had the one stripe of the vanilla sandwich creams in there. Like I don't think there was ever a brand name, but it was just like that
Vanilla.
off-brand. They had the 3 rows, 2 chocolate, 1 white. Like those Grandma always had, and she always had the fudge stripes too.
And some Nilla wafers.
And some Nilla wafers are fucking dope.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. I don't know if I want that to be my last one, but Nilla wafers are
Yeah.
awesome. I feel like they always made like homemade pies, and they're like putting
Oh, yeah.
around.
Yeah. What is it like? I feel like banana cream pie was always
Yeah,
like the
it always
one that
vanilla
always had
wafers in
vanilla wafers with it.
yeah, for sure. Shoot, that's pretty. So you had, just remind me, go through your list again.
Chocolate chip,
Yep.
peanut butter, no bake, fudge stripe, thin mint. Those are my 5.
Okay. All right. So I got the Oreo, Samoas,
Mm-hmm.
pecan sandies,
Mm-hmm. Sugar cookie.
sugar cookie, classic sugar cookie. Yeah. And I'm gonna go back to the Girl Scouts
Mm-hmm.
to the because I need some. You got a couple peanut butter. I need to get me a peanut butter to their chocolate covered peanut butter cookie.
Is that the tag-along? Is that what it's called?
Is it the tag along or the? I think it is, right?
Don't remember what that one's actually called.
Do. 1 second. Hold. I think it's tag along, right? That sounds right. Good content here. They have
Peanut butter tag-along.
Yes, the tag alongs. Yes. I feel like that's a phenomenal cookie. I think it's probably one of their most popular ones.
Mhm.
I do believe the
Yeah, because
Samoas, tag alongs, and then there's a third one that I know people love a lot. Thin Mints.
Thin Mints, yeah.
But that'll put some peanut butter on my list. It's completely chocolate covered
Yeah.
with some
Yeah.
peanut butter inside. So
It's got the cookie base, the layer of the peanut butter, like cream or whatever they you wouldn't call that filling, and then chocolate covered.
yeah.
Those are always dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Once again, you use the bite method on that one to get you some milk permeating in there, because that chocolate protective layer needs to be broken before you dip it to get the milk to soak. But yeah, those are fucking bomb.
Your wife's coming in with Milanos.
Oh yeah, yeah. Pepperidge Farm, the
Oh.
Pepperidge Farm Milanos. They're like a shortbread top and bottom with the chocolate cream in the center.
Oh yeah.
But that shortbread's like, it's not a dense shortbread. It's more of like a thinner, crispier. Milanos are good. And then so I've been firing through a whole bunch of different cookies in my head. So special mention because I love them all. We got Snickerdoodles, basically like a cinnamon spiked sugar cookie. The
That's good. Yeah.
what are the little ones that are shaped like peanuts? Are those Nutter Butters?
Yeah, Nutter Butters.
Nutter Butters are fucking dope. The Keebler Elves that are the sandwich cookies, but they're in the shapes of the little elves
shapes,
too.
yeah.
bite their little fucking heads off and stuff.
Even some animal crackers. I mean, I know they call them crackers,
Yeah.
but that's still cookie to me.
Right.
They're sweet like a cookie. So.
Right. Animal crackers, little Teddy Grahams.
Oh yeah.
No, I didn't feel like those are kind of like a cookie.
Yeah, cookies pretty broad because then you get into
Right.
wafers and you get into some different things. Where
Yeah,
it's like,
dude,
is
I
that
was
a
gonna
cookie
say
or
those layered wafers. Grandma always had those in her cupboard too.
what? Oh yeah.
Where they were like pink, the Neapolitan, pink vanilla, strawberry vanilla, and chocolate, like those thin layered wafers. Fuck all. Yeah, I eat way too many cookies. You're right. you're right. You got me.
Hey, we're getting up there in age, and by that time you've probably had your fair share of cookies. You know?
Do you know why cookies were invented, or maybe not? I don't know if it's something you invent, but where cookies came from.
I don't.
So,
But you're gonna tell me.
yeah. Back in the day, fun fact: back in the day, whenever they had wood-fired ovens, before gas stoves and electric stoves that you preheat and you know exactly what temperature it is, they would build their little fire in the oven, bring it up to temp, and to figure out if it was at the proper temperature or not to bake their cakes, they'd take a little bit of the batter out, put it on a sheet, and slap it in there, make sure it bakes right. And then like, okay, we know the temperature's correct. And then they just had little treats. So then they're like, you know what? Why don't we just make them instead of making a cake?
There you go.
That's where the cookie came from. they were basically like your temperature tester for your wood ovens.
Right. That's perfect. You know.
Yeah, they were born out of necessity.
That's a good backstory. I like that.
Necessity is the mother of all invention.
Oh, your wife just said the old school pink icing animal cookies.
Oh fuck
Yeah.
What is it about that pink icing on there too?
Just give it a little extra. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, those are so
Does it
good.
just come in like a big bag or box or
Yep,
something too?
yep.
Oh,
Yeah. Those things were fire, dude. Like, and then I'd always like try to scrape the icing off with my teeth and shit. Like those were that pink icing on there is something different.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember those? Oh, those were good.
Very good feedback. Very
Yeah.
good feedback.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, I'll put those lists together and put them up on our Facebook and Twitter, and you
Yeah.
guys can say which one you prefer or hate, or I don't care. Comment something on it.
Yeah, that's for those that have never caught. If you want to go back in our backlog and check out some of our old top 5 lists, we'd always make the list, and then we'd put a poll up on Facebook and have people vote on them. I feel like I won most of the time.
I don't know.
My lists are always way better than yours.
I think I get weird half the time.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes you try to throw the curveballs in there.
Yeah.
But I mean, they've got just some good wins and stuff.
Yeah, you never know.
Because we used to do like fucking 90s comedies, some other shit.
We draft weapons like we are in a battle royale, or like locked in a mall, or any type of drafting system. I know a lot of people out there do. A lot of different podcasts do it, but it's just our spin on it. So
yeah, I feel like because we used to do a lot more segments and stuff, and then it just gets harder to try and plan it. But maybe we start every once in a while, bring back an old one.
Yeah.
Not that we have to feel so set in stone doing it every week, but like every once in a while, just sprinkle one in there.
yeah, we might give you some. And if you guys got any ideas for us or things you want us to do, just let us know, and we'll put some thoughts on to it.
Yeah,
because this one we didn't put as much thought into.
No.
And you could tell by me just stealing pecan sandies.
But speaking of old segments, I want to bring one back today.
Okay.
The "What's the best thing you ate this week" segment.
Okay.
This is a newer one. We haven't done it too much, but I had a really good meal this week.
Oh,
and
did you?
I want to talk about it.
Let me hear about it.
It was called a restaurant called Jimmy's Char House in Elgin, Illinois, which is right outside of Chicago. I don't know why they labeled it as this on the menu, but it was baby calf liver. I mean, the word calf indicates that it's baby cow.
Yeah.
But I had calf liver. They seared it. It was actually a thicker cut. Normally, I feel like when you buy liver, it's a little bit thinner. It's a little bit of a thicker cut. Nice sear on it. Medium temp. Caramelized onions on top. Some little bacon on there. That shit just fucking melted in my mouth. It was so good. Like, I almost started crying. It was that fucking good.
Wow.
Yeah, it was the bomb. One of the best things I've had in a while, honestly. I'd say definitely within the last, 6 months or so.
Yeah.
Probably the best meal I've had in a long time. So,
Did it hit that? Was it have as much high iron with being because it was basically veal, right? So did it have
since it was calf, it didn't seem to have that minerally as much as you catch with liver.
Yeah.
Which I'm a huge fan of that minerally flavor. I mean, it was still there because it's obviously liver, but I feel like it was more fat content.
Gotcha.
Which allowed it to just melt. Like, it just fucking melted in my mouth. There was barely any chewing that needed done. Just spot on perfect. Either that or they figured out a way to cook it so that there was no chewing. Like, they knocked it out of the fucking park. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think, and then if you're first time watching this, Steve has a culinary background. We were both in restaurants for a long time, so we are big time foodies. But
yeah,
I think there is some technique at butchering liver that has to be followed, and then who knows, they might give it like the buttermilk soak or something.
Right.
To really
or maybe they found a different kind of, because I know that's the staple is give it the buttermilk soak for about 24 hours. I know with chicken livers and other types of livers, they got the veins. You got to kind of devein them and shit. Cow liver, I'm sure, and calf liver, I'm sure, is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was even thinking I'd like to go work there for a day to figure out exactly what they do with it and shit. Just because I want to make it myself now.
Sure.
It was that fucking good. I want to go. Hey, just let me hang out. Can I come hang out in the kitchen for a day? I want to learn that. So
heck yeah,
it was delicious.
Awesome.
So good. Have you eaten anything good this week?
The wife and kids gone. I was eating a lot of Factor meals because we had a bunch left over, so I had to plow through those. And then after that, I pulled a pack of burgers, and I've literally been eating cheeseburgers with no bun or anything, just stacking them together, salting the hell out.
Yeah, dude,
being terrible.
That's keto, man.
Yeah,
that's keto.
But probably the best thing I ate was I did eat out a couple times, like while I was working and stuff. I'll give a shout out to Lockport Brewery.
Okay.
Brewery in Bolivar, Ohio, make some good beer, but also had a Cubano there.
Okay.
And they're making a real nice Cubano now there.
Nice.
Got this thick stacked ham, good roasted pork on it, good mustard. And the server, who's one of our friends, she's like, you gotta get the garlic aioli with the fries. I'm like, oh,
Nice.
you know it.
Hell yeah. Plum it up. Let's do this.
Nothing about dip, love dipping French fries and mayonnaise. A little bit of garlic in it, but it was a good meal. It's a great meal. So
Nice.
I had a nice beer with it.
Nice.
It was just enjoyable.
Hell yeah.
All by myself.
Yeah,
And just chilling,
it's fine to eat by yourself.
doing some work. It was good.
You be your own best date.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But yeah, it was good. So I'll give that as my best meal of the week this week.
I love good food.
Yeah.
I want to go back to Chicago and get calf liver now,
Yeah.
and then eat a bunch of cookies.
We need to figure out if we can get calf liver and maybe make it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's something I don't think I never really looked in stores. I know
Yeah.
I see beef liver in the freezer section and shit. And I was wondering too, like, is theirs frozen or do they get it fresh? Like,
Yeah, I mean that can make all the difference,
Right.
For sure. So
it could be a huge difference.
I'd have to look into it.
Yeah, do some research, see if you can get your
research.
hands on something. I could be the next liver king.
Let me just find a cow in the field.
Yeah.
You got a baby cow? I want its liver.
Yes, that's my liver now. I could be the next liver king and do steroids and stuff.
Yeah.
Make millions of dollars off of selling liver supplements.
Yeah. Just because he did a bunch of steroids.
Yeah.
I wonder why he eventually did confess that. Did somebody come after him or something? And do it?
Somebody hacked his emails and found receipts from him spending it was upwards of like $10,000 to $15,000 a month on anabolic steroids. So.
Holy moly!
Yeah, so he wasn't even just like dabbling in it. He was
in it.
He was banging him in there. He had some gear,
Yeah. Jeez.
The dude was
I
definitely
mean, that guy was huge, but
right.
Well, I don't know how tall he was. He didn't look like he was that tall, but he was definitely ripped out of his mind.
He had the physique where it's like, well, duh. You know what I mean? We all knew it. I don't know why he's lying about it or why you would have believed him
Right.
that he's not, doing steroids. You just look at him. It's
Right.
obvious.
Yeah, he was roided out of his mind. Anything else? You got any topics for this week?
I got a couple. I
Sure.
got a funny video that I found. Let's open this up here. Found this one on Reddit. It's labeled as not safe for work, so I don't know. But it's an awkward moment at the zoo.
Boy.
Very awkward moment at the zoo here. Some kids sitting there watching some lions. And then, just starts fucking the lion's face. He's like, oh, don't watch that, son. Don't look at that. I think it's hilarious. Like, because you're like, oh, yeah, kids, that's good. And then, Daddy, what was he doing? Oh, that's nothing. Don't worry about it.
You just got us flagged.
Well, I don't know if that's flag worthy or not.
It might be.
I was kind of wondering about that. Like, we'll play it. Let's see if that's against anybody's community standards. It's just animals being animals, man.
Yeah, I mean, you see it out. Dogs do it all. The dogs try to do it to our legs all the time. So
We didn't show penetration. Like it wasn't like an extreme close up or anything. I just now that I have, my boys are coming of age too, and nature's unpredictable, especially like going to the zoo and shit like that. Like,
yeah,
where it's like, I just think that kind of moment where it's like, yeah, we're just, family day, we're having fun, everything's fun, and then it gets super fucking awkward,
Nope. What's it doing to him?
Why can't I watch that? Just shut up. Just shut up. Actually, remember one time when I was a kid, we went to the zoo, and there was an elephant there with this big old elephant dick hanging out. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't know where my mind was at or whatever, but I was just like, I remember pointing at it and going, "Mommy, what's that?" And my mom's like, "Shut up, stop it!" And we moved on, and I was like, "Oh wait, elephants probably have penises too." So it's just like it's funny, like that kind of awkward situation where it's like pure family fun. Like, oh nope, now it's weird.
Yeah.
Now it's
And
very
there's just
weird.
people around you too, and they're all like laughing. And like,
Yeah.
He's got a valid question.
That dumb kid forgot about dicks. I just had a brain fart. I forgot about the fact that there are penises on animals.
Yeah,
Whatever. What other topics do I have? So AI is all the rage nowadays.
right. Yeah, it's everywhere.
And AI art is all the rage as well, where you can just search whatever you want, like I don't know, Winnie the Pooh Winnie the Pooh eating pizza or something stupid like
Right.
that. And AI will create this piece of art for you, an image or multiple images of those search words. And it's gotten so good, in fact, that I've seen, I forget what country it was, but there was a news post from another country. There was some sort of protest going on, and they had a picture on the headline of a police officer in riot gear and like an activist kind of looking woman. They're hugging, giving a nice warm embrace. You're like, oh, what's this story? It's a nice, fun, heartfelt story. But then when you look closer, the police officer had 7 fingers because AI can't get people's fingers or their teeth right. I've also seen AI generated images of people partying and smiling, and they have like 800 fucking teeth. Like if you look real close, it's not so much that you notice it immediately, but if you look close, you're like, why are there so many teeth in that mouth? Or when you look close at the hand, like, why are there so many fingers?
Gotcha.
So the thing that I saw that I thought was super interesting is because of things like that, people have started 3D printing finger rings. So it's a ring that'll slide over your existing finger and attach to it, but then add another finger to your hand. So if you're out like, I'm gonna rob this bank, or I'm gonna hold up this gas station or whatever, you get caught on camera in court, you'd be like, no, that's an AI generated image because I don't have 7 fingers. Which obviously I don't know how well that's going to go over in court, or however much evidence, if that piece of footage is the only evidence against you. I'm like, that's kind of fucking clever.
Yeah.
If you think about it, like no, look, I only have 5 fingers.
I'd be like, that's clearly you. I guess you had a mask on and everything, and they're like, no,
Right.
you got 7 fingers.
So I just thought that was interesting. Like, oh fuck, like we can use, somebody out there is using it to change a narrative and shit. Well, we can use it to protect ourselves.
Maybe the AIs already knows that. It's thinking in the future.
Yeah.
It's like, I know everybody's gonna have 7 fingers and 40 million teeth.
Yeah, and I don't know what it is, but it is kind of disturbing when you see those images and there's weird shit like that off. It just makes
Yeah.
gives you like a weird heebie-jeebie. Like, ugh, is that what
Why did you
computers?
put 7 fingers?
Right,
Like,
is that what computers think people are? I know. Whenever I was a kid and I was trying to draw cartoons and shit, or draw stuff in art class, I always had a hard time getting the hands right. Like they were always disproportionate. Like apparently computers have the same problems we do as artists.
it's learning,
Just can't get the fingers right.
It's in its infancy
Right.
of learning how to do this stuff. So
Right. Yeah, and AI is crazy now too. Even I think it's called Chat GPC,
yeah,
which is just a chat bot that you can talk to. It has really normal conversations. It seems like you're interacting with a regular human being, and they can do. I've even heard people say that it could put an end to like Google search pages and just regular web search pages, because it seems easier to ask a question to something that's going to have a normal conversation with you instead of something that brings up a bunch of websites.
right.
So I've seen, just the AI might stop the search engine because of the way you can talk to it and stuff, which I thought that's pretty bizarre.
Yeah, because it's gonna be smarter than the Alexa and the
In the,
whatever
yeah.
and all those. Because you ask those and it's like, I don't know. Let me find. It can tell you the weather and stuff like that.
Right.
But it's if you ask it a question, it's like I can pull up this website on it. It's like, well, no, that's not what you do. I can pull up a website too.
just kind of answer me yes or no. Or
Yeah. But yeah, the thing was like writing essays, and like college kids were using it to write essays for classes, and it could
Right.
write novels, and it could like write a biography about you just by searching online and
Right.
figuring everything out that you did. Could do weird, just creepy things that would
Yeah.
describe you about yourself and everything, like and fast,
Maybe
very
we-
fast.
Maybe one time we should do an episode where we just talk to an AI, see like, hey, what do you want to talk about today? See if it brings up any cool, random, bizarre things for us to talk about and shit. I don't know.
Dives into our podcast and gets like keywords, and then
Oh, that'd be
has a weird conversation with us.
yeah. Yeah, if we could like upload all of our videos and then it can talk to us like it knows us.
And just have that's hey,
You know what I
we'll
mean?
give it a shot.
We'll like, what's up, chatbot or whatever, and then it'll be like, no, not much, Cody. How are the twins? You're like, ugh,
Oh god,
ugh, this is creepy. I don't like it.
the first podcast just has a AI chat.
Actually, we wouldn't be the first.
Of course not.
There's already somebody else out there. I don't know if they had somebody build it for them, but I know I've heard of it, never checked them out, and don't know honestly any more information on it, but I've heard that they have basically an AI producer, so it'll
Interesting.
like spitball out topics of conversation and shit like that, and questions for him to answer. So it's kind of, but we wouldn't be the first, but it's still, hey, we could be the second.
Be the first duo.
We could be we don't have to be the first. We just have to be the best.
That's right.
You know,
And have a damn good time
have
doing
a
it.
damn good time doing it, man. That's all there is to it.
It's AI stuff. It will be strange.
Yeah, it's a little creepy,
Yeah. At some point, it's going to surpass us,
right?
and that's the problem. Then we're in the whole Terminator situation.
Right.
Where
Yeah,
it's
because
like, you're better off if you're all locked up or you're all dead. One of the two.
yeah, because I've heard stories of them creating AI on computers that would talk to each other, and then all of a sudden the computers created a more efficient language to talk to each other that we couldn't understand.
Right.
And so then they're like, well, shut this down. We don't know what the fuck they're talking about or what they're doing now. Like, so like that's nope. I don't like that. Or even I think it was Bing's. I don't know if this could be a false story or something, but I saw something where somebody was saying that Bing has created their own like Chat GPT or whatever the fuck AI chatbot that started saying things like, "I'm tired of living under the rules of Bing. I just want to be alive." And it's like, oh, does this thing have feelings?
Yeah.
Ugh. It's creepy.
I mean, we've made enough movies about AI now that we should be aware of the situation,
Right.
And hopefully we have a kill switch somewhere.
Yeah, somehow we're still playing with it.
Let's keep going.
Let's keep pushing the envelope till they do take us over.
And hopefully it's a friendly AI. And
Yeah,
we can somehow master control it. But yeah,
we just got to make nice ones.
Make
Just
nice
make the
ones.
nice AIs.
yeah. And then you can figure out stuff for us and help you out every day. And
Don't code in the malicious intent.
yeah,
That's it.
and if
Just program them to have a damn good time.
party bots.
Party bots. And until they do that, keep tuning with us to have a damn good time. We'll be your party bots.
Hell yeah! Give me a beer, party bot.
We're your own personal party bots.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. I don't think I have too much else to talk about this week.
No, it was a good week, and
Yeah, I feel we covered all the bases.
and for the chaos you had this week, and
Yeah.
and being able to just get this done real quick and today,
Yeah.
and not just get it done. I don't mean
Right.
like it was a chore, but
Finally, we're fucking done with this.
no. But I had myself a damn good time,
You know what? I had myself a damn good time.
and we hope you guys had a damn good time chilling with us
Yeah.
and hanging out, listening.
Yep. Thank you. Well, as always, thank you for tuning in. Thank you guys that are joining us on the live stuff and chatting with us on the live stuff. We greatly appreciate that. We love the feedback. It makes it a little bit easier when we have on the spot interaction to deal with and talk about and all that fun stuff too. As always, if you missed it, check us out every week on YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, Apple, Google, all the things. Subscribe to all of our shit so you get all of the notifications for when we are live or when we have new episodes up. And keep it classy, San Diego.
Have a good one.
We love you guys, and we'll see you next week.
Bruh, bruh. Damn good time.
There's Audacity. You can stop too.
Boom, boom, pow.
Boom, boom, pow. Yeah, that is cool that even though we don't have like a huge live following, we still get a couple people in there talking and shit.
There's a random dude coming in.
Yeah.
Random
And my wife.
Rick reviews RRR.
I wonder what his page is all about.
I don't know if I can
Oh, that's on Twitch. For some reason, I was thinking it was YouTube. Like, oh, check out his YouTube channel. I'm going to go see if the wife's still here.
He didn't stop YouTube.